Okay, so let's see if this stuff actually works, because it went sad. So I'm officially live. I'm waiting for the notification to come through before I get going here. And then I'll, let's see. That's step one.
Jackie, when are we starting your campaign, like your watch?
I assume February, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I had a little blurb like written to send to everyone, but I wanted to make sure it made sense before I sent it to everyone.
Yeah. And then level.
I believe you start at level 3.
Okay, cool.
But I can double check.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I have a blurb to send to everybody. I just wanted to have Max take a look at it first, see if it made sense. But I guess I could just send it to everybody. And if you have questions, you have questions.
I'm already creating a character. And I'm sure that it's still happening.
Yeah, no.
Before I put my heart and
definitely.
soul.
No, definitely.
It's just that no one had
Cool. Well, that officially is.
Oh, that's what I sound like.
Well, I hadn't done any mixing for it at all. I was just trying to make sure it had sound.
It's just my voice. It's so high.
That's a common thing, because we are used to hearing our voices through the phones.
Yeah.
Which bases is, Let's see.
Might be my sweater. That might be my sweater.
Did that take a long rest? What?
Is it me?
Nothing's moving now.
Okay.
So that makes me.
Was that me with my
break
hair?
things. I don't think so, but it might be. I don't think anything was officially moving, but that's what it's like. I was saying the other day, there was something funny.
Yeah, that's strange.
I think it's me.
It might be. It might have been your hair. Let's check real fast.
Or my sweater, because it was folded over.
So that's you doing the hair flip. So maybe it was.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so you win.
Just making sure I didn't break things. Okay, cool. So officially, as a place to start, I. Actually, let me do this. One last thing. I'm just gonna pull this down. I think we're good. So that's how it's normally supposed to sound, hopefully. All right. So with that, couple things. People who attended the, whether online or in person, we had like 30 plus people attend the author interview 2 weeks ago on the 1st. And so, quick note: anyone wanting to attend the author interview that was originally scheduled for this Thursday, it got canceled because Frank Wilson got in a bike accident and his shoulder is in like 2 months worth of recovery, so he was up for the whole rest of the semester.
Bike or a cyclist bike?
I don't. In my head, I thought it was a bicycling accident, but that will be postponed until February. To get some of his books to give away. I did, however, so keep hopefully he has a good health and healing recovery and all that.
Oh, that's
good
terrible.
break for that. Yeah. So, it's been weird because his office is next to mine, and so he publishes under his pen name. So, yeah, but his office is next to mine, and so it's been much quieter. But yeah. So as far as Cameron's thing goes, I said 3 sets of dice and 2 of Cameron's books, but we were able to get more of Cameron's books, so I can give away 4 this semester, and I'm going to do hopefully do another interview with him next semester and get to do 4 more giveaway. And I got a couple extra sets of dice, so I'm just going to do 4 of each winner for the winners. And so we had so winners here are going to be Star McDaniel, Catherine Norman, who goes with Frankie Norman, Kelly Malavoz, and let's see, Elaine Montgomery. And so those are the 4. I'll be reaching out to you personally because you emailed me, for sure, as part of that raffle. So you get one of these wonderful sets of dice. Some of them are fall themed, some of them are just really bright colored. But yeah, so I've got a couple sets to choose from. And yeah, we'll get a copy of Cameron's book. And that was Sons of Scrapyard. It's available on Amazon. He also has a website if you just search. And so either way, it's fine. Somewhere on the YouTube channel. With that, I think that's the only business, except that we're going to be on break. Not next Monday, unless you guys can't be here. So the plan was next Monday is the last day of club for the fall. And then we'll take 2 weeks and come back. I think it's the 4th. Unless you guys tell me you have a conflict. But as far as being here and doing stuff.
I have no idea.
And away, though I may do some streaming of the 2 classes because I'll have a mythology class next semester. And a second language acquisition theory class next semester in the evening. So, but as far as games go, it's mostly probably going to be just Mondays or whatever else we can fit in other times, which is sad, but it's there. Those are updates. Cool. So the question of the day, since I've been getting this a lot more lately, and I feel bad just saying, hey, you can go watch my CoyoteCon workshops from last year or some of these other things. For you guys, what are some of the best practices since because actually it's been a while since we've done this. How much have you been a game or been part of tabletop gaming? I don't think we've gotten to do this in a while for you 3.
No, I guess not.
I don't know. I've been playing since I was like 12. 11 or 12. That's like 10 years-ish.
That's a lot of gameplay.
I don't know. I've been DMing for a good-ish portion of that. Do I need more?
So that's
Well,
good.
are you gonna answer? Oh, are we going around
do
and
this
then?
first and then we'll answer the question.
Oh, okay. That's what I was like. Answer the question. No, that makes a lot more sense. I've been playing tabletop RPGs for 13 years. I don't know, something like that. Trying to think for how much of that I was DMing. Probably a good chunk of it. I'd say probably about 8 to 9 of it was probably mostly DMing. Because I didn't really start playing much until like the club. That's definitely where I got most of my play experience.
And you've done multiple systems, right? So you've done Pathfinder and 5e, and have you done others?
I mean, those are the only 2 I've ever DM'd.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've played some others. We've played Call of Cthulhu. And
Cool.
I've been playing for 3 or 4 years.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Just because they got started as in junior high.
Well, I wanted to all throughout high school, but I don't make a lot of friends, and so I didn't know how to bring it up, be like, hey, D&D. And then my senior year, one of my friends, I was choreographing my senior musical, and one of my friends, her friend, was like, I want to start a D&D group. And I was like, let me in, please. I know I'm just the choreographer, but please. And so that's how I met one of my good friends, and I've been playing since.
And you do.
And
well, you said your senior year, right? That's got to be more than. I guess that would be about 3 or
22, so it's about 3 or 4.
That's true, yeah.
I know. I feel like it's been more.
Yeah.
There's an insulated cup. Just so you don't burn your hand through the plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. I was supposed to DM my first one-shot this year, but I had some health issues and was in the hospital for a couple days, and I didn't have the mentalness afterwards to do it. But maybe next year because I have most of it written out. I just need to like
First quarter 2026
do it.
goals.
Yeah, but it's like it was a the new movie
Yeah.
and Halloween. I was so excited, and I was just like, yeah, nah, no, thank you.
Yeah, that would do it.
He's been doing it a little longer than I have, so probably about like 5 or 6 years.
And he's an avid game kind
Yeah,
of guy.
and
I don't know how, but like I think he's talked about like Pokemon since 6th grade and like. So,
yeah, he's been
far as gaming.
like gaming culture. He's been a while, but like DMing wise, I think he hasn't DM'd. He's done. Oh no, he has. Oh my god, he's doing a module. And it's like our like backup module because it's one that like you can kind of just throw yourself into. And he does that, and then he's writing a campaign.
Ooh.
He literally stayed up till 2 a.m. because his brain couldn't sleep about it last night, so it's really fresh in my brain. About it, and he's gonna send out a message to our group and start Star Wars, but like Western.
So Star Wars.
But there's a lot of pop culture reference because he wants to throw in Game of Thrones because it's gonna be set in like the United States, but not the United States. And so he wants to make like he was thinking about making like the Canada wall, like the and like you know how in Game of Thrones like they have like the like Night's Watch. And
Wallace up to
yeah,
Canada.
and it's like it's gonna be the Canadian border and everything. So he has a lot of ideas. So he'll hopefully he said he wants to do it by like summer or fall of next year. And this is as I was walking in, so just saying. You can hold him up to that.
Yeah, you'll have to tell us how it goes.
Yeah. And then I remember it's not DMing, but it's kind of DMing. Thursday nights this past year, some over summer,
To make
the
you
weird
baby
noises.
noises.
I did little like monster encounters for our friend group because they're just like we want to just test out characters. So I just got to be behind a screen and just play out like different scenarios. So
That's really fun.
I've done monster encounters that I can do.
That
That
sounds fun.
counts as
Because I
DM.
liked going through them because they would tell me what their character was and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go pick a monster so I can specifically try to kill you.
That is
And,
a DM
yeah.
credit. That's
That's
not
fun.
a DM credit. Like there's some people that's their entire campaign is just 3 years of monster encounters.
I just totally forgot about it until I was thinking about Brayden's and I was like, wait, I've done about like 2 months of this. That counts. I'm
Yeah,
gonna call
well,
that
that's
as a count.
Cool.
But yeah.
Cool. So then the official question of the day is what makes a good DM or what makes the best DM? You can decide which version of that you want to attack.
It's a very broad question.
Yeah.
Um,
Or is there what's one good DM technique if you want it more
improv.
focused? Improv?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Just I don't know. Whatever you think the party's gonna do, they're not gonna do that. Just be prepared that
Nice try.
you're just gonna have to pull something fucking somewhere to
Okay.
do something, or some player do something you never expected to
So
happen.
kind of in the moment flexibility is
Yeah,
necessary.
in the moment flexibility, I guess, is like because I don't know last 2 weeks ago, I had someone say I want to ride on this guy's shoulders while he's flying and use him as like a like bow basically, or just like a
Okay.
because I'm just like sure that's it's not a roll, but yeah, okay. I guess.
I'll agree with that, but I'll also kind of almost take an opposite stance of
Yes.
you have to know how to not necessarily railroad, but guide in a way that doesn't necessarily feel like you're railroading. Well, sometimes you do kind of have to guide people into the correct direction, or they do have to pick up story leads from you. So if you don't lay the story leads, they're not going to pick them up. So sometimes you have to be like, oh shit, they just missed a huge hint. I'm going to have to figure out how to reincorporate that into whatever they've decided to do instead. Otherwise, they're going to be like, how do I get back on track?
It's like you had a plan for them to like take a note from a dead body, and then they get like a 4, and you're like, well, that can't justify.
Like, it's almost kind of
this.
building off of that. You have to anticipate that they're gonna be like, oh, this very obvious hint. Well, I've
Has
missed
nothing to
that.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do something else. So
Yeah.
you have to be prepared to figure out how to re-involve the plot. It's one of those things that I know, like, as like a new DM, it can get really overwhelming, and being like, oh no, they're completely off track. I need to just put them on it. And it's like you have to figure out how to do that in a way that they don't feel like their agency is being taken away, or they're just gonna lose interest. Unless they are one of those parties where they want to be railroaded. Sometimes they do.
Yeah,
But-
sometimes people are like, don't make me make those kinds of decisions.
But-
Let me make decisions.
But
based
knowing
on
your
the
party
weirdness.
is like that's like
Yeah.
basic level. That's your first DM. Above that.
That's true. That's true.
So be prepared.
Not off my max. This is not my point, but I had a DM our first session to start off the campaign. You know how like you start off in this typical tavern and everything.
Sure.
Our group zoned in on this enjoying a meal, and we hunted them down, broke into their house, thinking that this was like the whole point of the story, and we spent an entire session doing that. And we ended, and my DM was like, "You haven't even started the campaign yet because you just railroaded this whole family."
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, you have to know how to lay story.
So
leads.
like you need to like
Yeah.
know how to do that so that way you don't lose like a whole session. Like it was really funny because we were all learning, but like you just should know your stuff. But I also
know how to railroad without
Yeah.
them feeling like they're railroaded.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, actually, this family is involved in the
Yeah.
main plot.
Yeah. She ended up bringing them in later, and we thought it was so funny. Know your group, and have them like don't be afraid to ask questions like of what they want to see. Like a lot of groups are different. Like I once had a group who like majority of the people didn't want NPCs. Like they didn't. He's late. He's here. They didn't like NPC interactions. Like they just are like, oh, we can interact with NPCs, but we don't want to have them along with us, or like we don't need like long. Like they wanted to stick with their group, and then the other half was like, no, we like a little like sidekick character who's like goofy and pops in every time.
We
And
want so many pets. So
Yeah.
very many pets.
I go back and
always.
forth
so-
on how I feel about
yeah,
it.
I know.
I
Same.
do too.
Or like we like visuals, or like we're fine without visuals. Just like know what's best for your group, and so that way, like in certain moments, like even if it's a diverse group, if you have like an arc catered like towards one person, like you know, like their character is kind of like having a big moment, you can like make it more enjoyable for them by knowing what kind of gameplay they like. So just like don't be afraid to talk and be like, hey, what do you guys want to see? Because I think that's really like after every time being like, hey, what did we like out of that? Like what didn't we like and everything. When he was first starting out, and like we would just be like, okay, we really liked how there's like a lot of battles, but we didn't like how like it was mainly battles, like you know.
We like that
We
there was
like
a lot of
that-
battles.
And you guys have
Real.
been good when I've been like, you're like, Greg, it's been like 4 sessions
Yeah.
of play or like 2 months of role.
Well,
Can we
and
please
like
fight something
building off of
out?
that, like usually when I like start like a campaign, I hand out a questionnaire in like before session like 1 to be like something that if you accomplish this in this campaign, you would feel extremely fulfilled.
smart.
All that kind of stuff. So that way, I literally have a shit. This character hasn't accomplished their goal yet.
Yeah.
All right, let's figure out how we can get that in soon because I can feel this player like disconnecting and losing interest. Like that kind of thing. Like, yeah, no, that's huge. Being a DM requires a level of empathy that's difficult to practice at times.
I like to ask people what their favorite shows are, because it gives me a sense of the types of genres or their favorite character. Sometimes
I do ask that, but I also know that like your favorite shows don't necessarily you like. Because my favorite shows, I don't know that they fully correlate with the type of game I like. Because like my favorite shows are a lot of like shonen anime, but like combat is usually the least interesting part of
Yeah.
True.
yeah. So I do ask that, but I always usually caveat it with what do you like about it, and maybe translate that.
If you for starter DM, first what I heard was be flexible, kind of in an improv sense, knowing that players are going to be throwing all kinds of weird stuff. know when to railroad and like when they need you to put some guy clear plot hooks that they can really grab onto. And then I got distracted because my computer's power was low.
You're totally fine.
And what was your official recommendation? Because you ripped off that too.
Okay, yeah.
It was like know your party.
Know your party,
Yeah.
and like don't be afraid to like interact and like collaborate with your party on like your DM style, because it can change per like group, per person, like depending on the needs.
Yeah, and I think and when it's going on for a while, it's like there's you guys at the beginning versus you years later, 2+ years later, we're playing this game. So you guys might be in a different stage where you're like, maybe you want something different. You know? Any other for any other tips for first time DMs?